as a content creator, sometimes when you love the things you love, you just want to speak up for it because you love it so much. And this is how I feel about wrestling today. I feel like the more I get older, I think the saying is the older you get, the more wiser you get. That's kind of how I feel right now with pro wrestling, because I'm telling you this. If this was teenage me watching this current product of WWE, he would love it. Because when you're younger, you don't really understand it. When you're younger, you don't know any better. You don't know any better. You just think, oh, this is great. I genuinely do not feel about it this way in current product. And I've got to be honest, WrestleMania 41 is looking to be probably one of the worst WrestleMania build-ups I have seen in quite a long time. I don't even remember. Maybe WrestleMania 38 was a terrible build-up. But here's the thing. I was going to originally just make it this own video and rant about it in its own video, but I've already got other videos planned. Like I've got a review planned for Pokemon Masters EX, a mobile phone game I've been playing for a while that I've genuinely been enjoying, and I wanted to give my full opinions on that. And I've also been planning I know a lot of people miss Universe Mode, and I've kind of been thinking of doing a Best of Universe Mode series where I'm going off the best moments from the 11th season, picking out some of the bigger highlighted moments of that season, and, you know, looking to really kind of make a big compilation of it, you know, since a lot of people miss Universe Mode. I figure why not make a video dedicated to it, by at least doing something with it, you know, go back to the 11th season and go over some of its biggest moments. It would obviously require me watching every single episode again, or if I remember any big moments, I can just revisit those. But the point is, I've got other videos planned. There's definitely more stuff. I've got a lot of stuff in my brain right now that I want to make, so I don't have a lot of time to do it. So this video right here is going to be an all wrestling review. It's going to be pretty quick. Well, not very, very quick, like under 5 minutes. But I'm just be giving you guys my quick thoughts on the stuff I've seen when it comes to majority of the stuff I watch. So when it comes to just WWE in general, Raw and SmackDown, I just do not enjoy the shows. I just think these shows have not been great. I just don't like it. I just do not like these shows right now. Like, as I said in my one Raw review, I said they're relying on John Cena to carry WrestleMania. And I also hate how the Royal Rumble winners are being thrown to the wayside, because I hate when they have people win the Royal Rumble and they do not have their main event WrestleMania. And I know what some of you are going to be saying. Oh, Cody Rhodes main evented the last 2 years of WrestleMania, man. So no, they haven't been doing them dirty. Yeah, but they've been doing the women dirty. The last woman to main event WrestleMania from actually winning the Royal Rumble was Bianca Belair. And that was back in 2021. That was in 2021. That was like near the end of COVID era. How come Bayley didn't main event? How come Rhea didn't main event with Charlotte when she really should have? But instead, they had Usos and Kevin and Sami main event because Bloodline. Bloodline have just been dominating the main event scene. And you would think this year, with Roman Reigns not being a champion, you would think now he wouldn't be anywhere near the main event. Oh, but here he is for the 10th Mania in a row, or whatever. He's now having his 10th WrestleMania main event in a triple threat between him, Punk, and Rollins. Why do they deserve to main event WrestleMania? Oh, because CM Punk has never main evented WrestleMania. That's the only reason why they're doing this match as the main event, because CM Punk is finally gonna get his main event. And thus screwing over the people that should have main evented WrestleMania in the process, being Jey Uso and Charlotte Flair, who, you know, are told the winner of the Royal Rumble main events WrestleMania. Good job, Triple H. Good job. I expected this from Vince, not from the guy that everyone claims is better than Vince. The women have to earn the main event of WrestleMania, Triple H says. Oh, I'm not gonna just hand the women a main event slot. They've got to earn it. Yeah? I guess Charlotte winning the Royal Rumble match isn't enough. I guess Charlotte guaranteeing her main event spot isn't earning it. I thought that's what the Royal Rumble was. Earning your spot at Mania in the main event of WrestleMania. Isn't that not earning? So I guess Bianca, Io, and Rhea haven't done enough to earn a main event spot? Huh? Mr. Helmsley? Mr. Blue Blood? And you call yourself a Hall of Famer. You call yourself a Hall of Famer. Ridiculous. No. No. Of course he's not going to give the women the main event. Even though the women deserve the main event Mania more than, you know, Punk. But whatever. Look, man, I don't really watch NXT as much, but I do see a lot of highlights. And they had Stephanie Vaquer defend both of her belts. While it was entertaining, the one thing I want to bring attention to was something that a friend of mine told me about, and I did not really see this, but I did see a post about it, and I did see him talking about it. Why is Shawn Michaels, and I just want to know why is he having Shawn Spears, a guy who just won the NXT North American Championship, entering a feud with Ricky Starks, who has only just arrived in NXT, and you're going to have these two feud over the NXT North American Championship. Do you understand the concept of breathe? Do you understand the concept of waiting? Seriously, not only that they rushed the Julia Stephanie match on a random show called Roadblock, and now I'm hearing WWE denying the rumors of, oh, Julia's not injured. Then why did you ever lose the title then? Why did you do the match? I thought that was the whole point of why they did the match. It's because, oh, Julia was hurt. But if Julia was not hurt the whole time, then why did you waste everything with Julia? All the grind and the chasing you had her go through to beat Roxanne, and you have her lose the title in 2 months? And now, and Ricky Starks, who's only just debuted not too long ago, you're going to shove him in a title program immediately? Shawn Michaels, learn to take your time with this stuff, please. No need to rush. You don't need to rush all these big matches. You can build them up. It doesn't have to happen right now. You can do them in like a year, or two. There's no need to rush. Neither Shawn Spears and Ricky Starks can afford a loss here. And yes, I know his name is Ricky Saints, but honestly, I don't like that name. I'm still going to call him Ricky Starks. Don't like it? Tough. And now you're giving Stephanie Vaquer 2 championships. While I do love me some Stephanie Vaquer, I've never liked seeing people with 2 belts. I never really ever like seeing wrestlers with 2 championships, because then that just means they're going to take double the losses. So in my opinion, they really ruined Julia by having her go through so much effort to beat Roxanne Perez only just to have her lose. And if she's not injured, Why did they do the match so early? They did the match so early just because they wanted to do a big match. And now they're going to do Jordynne Grace immediately. As I said before, they're now shoving Jordynne Grace straight into the championship scene when you could just let this breathe. Build her up first. You don't shove people in the title scene right away, you build people up. I swear to Christ, I feel like Shawn Michaels just does it because he's like, oh, people want to see all these big matches. Yeah, we don't want to see them immediately. Just because we want them doesn't mean we want to see them immediately the next month. Take your time. No need to rush these big matches. And I'm going to say this right now, so that way I can show you guys I'm not being biased. I am not a fan of AEW doing Athena versus Mercedes Moné immediately. Just like what I said with the NXT match, I'm not a fan of this match happening already. Because on Collision, Athena confronted Mercedes. I am not a fan of them throwing this match away so early. This match should be built up. This match should be held at like a bigger event like All In. But instead, they're wasting it away at a different show. I think it's called Dynasty. I don't know what their next pay-per-view is called. But they're wasting it away on another show where, you know, they could have done something else. I feel like the Mercedes Athena thing should be built up as well. I'm not a fan of them rushing this match as well. They've been having Toni Storm working with Megan, however you say it. Well, they say Megan. You could say Megan, whichever. It doesn't matter. Whichever way is how you want to say it. I've been having her working with a girl named Megan Bayne, who's been built up as this dominant force. They even had Megan beat Toni Storm, pinning her in a tag team match clean. So they're building her up as this dominant force, which I don't mind. Maybe Toni Storm drops the belt to her. I wouldn't be all that upset if she does, because, you know, she's dropping the title to a rising star. But I want to see more of Anna Jay. Where the heck's Anna Jay been? I want to see more of her. It's kind of a shame that they haven't been doing much with her ever since her little mini feud with Mercedes. I do find that a little bit disappointing. And no, Anna Jay was not buried. I'm not saying Anna Jay is buried, but I'm just saying I wish they did more with her. But again, it's the same problem that WWE has right now. Because you constantly keep signing people, and your roster gets larger and larger and larger, you tend to forget about some of the other wrestlers. You tend to forget more about other wrestlers. Because you want to showcase other people, but then other people get lost behind. Jamie Hayter made her return. She had a match with Billy Starks. I thought she was fighting Queen Abinata, so I don't know why that ended up getting canned, but they changed it to Billy Starks, which that match was fine. So all the people that were complaining about where Jamie Hayter's been, well, see what happens when you wait patiently. Jamie Hayter is back. And also Jamie Hayter said she was having visa issues. So to all the people crying on social media, where's Jamie Hayter? Where's she been? Not having her on TV every week is such a crime. Well, now you know why she had to be off TV for a while. Because when you have visa problems, you can't be on the show every week. But my God, man. Overall, it's just really been shit. Especially on the WWE side of things. Like Charlotte Flair has been wrestling more than Tiffany Stratton. Who would have thought Charlotte Flair would have a good match with B-Fab, but also have a good match with Michin? Charlotte's wrestled twice, and she's given two women who fans don't really care about good matches. Charlotte Flair has given Michin one of her best matches, and now B-Fab. or gave B-Fat one of her best matches, and now she's given Michin one of her best matches. Well, we've got cringy Tiffany as our women's champion. I'm sorry, but Tiffany is not a likable babyface. I don't think she's likable at all. I don't think she's a likable character. The only reason why people cheer Tiffany is because they hate Charlotte Flair. We hate Charlotte, so therefore we cheer who she's facing. We cheer the person she's feuding with. Because yada yada yada, she's a Flair. That's the only reason why people cheer for Tiffany. It's not because they like her, it's because they hate Charlotte. Everyone hates Charlotte, so it's easy to cheer the other person. It's easy to cheer the other person over Charlotte. Even though Charlotte is clearly the better wrestler. Women have to earn their WrestleMania spots, seriously. Stupid and lame. I don't believe that for a second. Io and Rhea and Bianca continue to be the only good thing about Raw, surprisingly. And again, I guess I'm not really going to go over that because I already talked about it in my Raw review. But one other thing I'm going to mention here real quick before I go is TNA. TNA is the last thing I'm going to be mentioning here very, very quickly. Honestly, I don't like the direction they've been going with their women's division. Like, I'm glad they're utilizing more teams from NXT, which, you know, that was one of the things I said they needed to do for their Knockouts division to really be any kind of importance. But Masha Slamovich she's stuck in this vortex with Tessa Blanchard, and she can't get out of it because there's no one else on their roster, maybe outside of Steph DeLander, while she's just a manager for her real life boyfriend, would be a better opponent for her, but instead she's in this Tessa Blanchard vortex where Tessa wants to take her title, but then you got Cora Jade and JC Jane challenging, Masha for her championship. So, not really a big fan of the whole Tessa Blanchard vortex going on there, but obviously it's Tessa Blanchard. What would you expect? Do people expect to like Tessa Blanchard in the year 2025, guys? Are we going to be liking Tessa Blanchard in the year 2025? I don't care how great of a wrestler she is, because I always hear people say that, oh, she's a great wrestler. I say that about Bianca Belair. I don't like Bianca Belair, but I do think she's a great wrestler. But I'm tired of Bianca Belair as a babyface. I want to see her as a heel. Just because they're a great wrestler doesn't mean you have to like them. Doesn't mean we like them. That's the point I'm trying to make here. And then on the other side of things, you got this ridiculous stuff, like obviously Gail Kim being fired from TNA. But now you got friggin' WWE-esque style of booking when they have Gigi Dolan faceplant Ash by Elegance, formerly known as Dana Brooke, in a cake. This is WWE shit right here. That is Vince McMahon's style of booking right there. Who the hell is in charge of it at TNA? Who the hell are the creative writers backstage in TNA to provide that kind of crap? That's the kind of crap I expect from WWE. So I don't understand that at all. So I don't understand that in any capacity. But yeah, man. I think it's just the older I get, the wiser I become, and it's just more that, I've been watching wrestling for so long, I just get annoyed a lot. It's just easy to get more frustrated as an adult, but when you're younger, you just enjoy it. But regardless, Joe Hendry and Elijah seem to be friends. I'm not going to be surprised if Elijah turns heel on Joe Hendry at some point and they fight over the TNA Championship. So I'm not going to be surprised there. I kinda hope Adam Cole wins the TNT title from Daniel Garcia, I think his name is, because I just think it's time for Adam Cole to win some championship gold. One of the best wrestlers on their roster, and he isn't even a champion. I think that's kind of stupid. And I think that's kind of crazy, if you ask me. He's not a champion. I kind of think that's a little bit crazy, if you ask me. But regardless, that's all I've got for you guys in this All Wrestling review. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.